Laura Reeves. I'm a botanist in the area. I've worked out here for the last 20 so years. Having worked for the Tallgrass Prairie Preserve as well as volunteering for the Gardenton Ukrainian Museum, I saw how many interesting things there are to see and do in the area, and I just thought it would be really neat if we could just combine all the different experiences you could have in the area together into one experience, and that would cater to lots of people's different interests, whether they're interested in natural history or cultural history or anything like that. Generally, we'll start at the Tallgrass Prairie Preserve. What I'll do is I'll introduce people to the plants and the ecology of the area, the history of the area, and basically I'm showing people what the settlers saw when they first arrived in the area, which is really cool. There aren't a lot of places where you can go where the land remains the way it was when the people first arrived. So it's really interesting to see that and to show them the different plants the settlers used when they came. But not just the settlers, but even the Aboriginal people who lived here. I can show people and demonstrate the different uses for the plants people have had for thousands of years. From the Tallgrass Prairie Preserve, we go to the historic St. Michael's Ukrainian Orthodox Church.
The hand-carved cross.
And there Don McNee will give a tour, and he is actually third-generation descendant of the Ukrainian settlers in this area. And he's been overseeing the restoration and preservation of the historic church for quite some time. From there we go to the Gardenton Park, where the Ukrainian Museum is. We'll have lunch, which is going to be a Ukrainian traditional style lunch. And we get a tour of the museum so people can see like what tools did people use to work the land, what clothing did they wear. There's a lot of interesting artifacts in this museum. It's small, but it is rich. Well, I just like to see the community come together. There are so many different aspects to the community, but they all seem to work together. When I'm, like I say, when I'm working on the Tallgrass Prairie Preserve and I'm working for the museum, I see how they're both related. You get the full spectrum of the history. You're not just getting the cultural history, you're getting the natural history. So it's a really well-rounded tour.